All right, class, welcome to lesson 3-1. Let's take a look first, as we always do with our learning targets. I can complete what's my rule tables. And a what's my rule table is exactly what you see here, and we're going to explain this in a moment. And then the second learning target is I can find and tell the rule of an in and out box. And right here is an in and out box. So we're going to be working on finding the rule and completing these tables today. So on your blank page, I'm going to have you filling out these charts with me. So let's take a moment and fill out this chart here. So first in the in column, I want you to put these numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Go ahead and do that now. Pause the video if you need to get caught up, but we're going to now write the rule in this box. And the particular rule, remember you're writing this in number 1 on your blank page. The rule for this box, I'm making this up now, is multiply by 2. And what this means here is you notice we've got this in arrow here. That means that we're taking any one of these numbers in the in column, we're putting it into this rule. We're going to multiply that number by 2, and whatever number that answer is, we're going to put in the out column. So let's do that now. So we're going to take and put 2 in. We're going to multiply it by 2. So we're thinking 2 times 2 equals 4. So we put the number 2 in to this in and out box. We multiplied the number 2 by 2, and out came number 4, so we record it in our out column. Let's do the same thing with 3. So we're going to take 3, put it in, multiply it by 2. 3 times 2, I can do 3 plus 3, and that would equal 6. I'm going to do the same thing now with 4. 4 into the rule box. 4 times 2, 4 plus 4 is 8. I'm going to continue on with that rule. I put 5, the number 5 in, and out comes 10. Now I'm going to do the same thing. You might already be able to go ahead of me, and if you'd like to try so, you could pause the video and try 6 and 7 on your own. So now I'm taking it, I'm putting 6 into the in and out box. 6 times 2 is 12. I'm going to do the same thing with 7. Now 7 goes into the rule box. We multiply it by 2, and out comes 14. So when we look at a what's my rule table, this is the whole problem, and I can find and tell the rule of the in and out box. So I gave you the rule for this one. We're going to look at some examples today of how to solve these problems when we don't know the rule. So now we're going to take a look at problem 2. So if you would take a moment and copy down what you see coming up. So go ahead and take some time to copy down what I have here. So the rule for this table is going to be multiply by 3. Go ahead and copy down the numbers that you see here, 3, 7, 2, and then the out column 30, in column 4, out column 9. Go ahead and take a moment to copy that down. When you've copied it down, press play. All right, so we're going to get started. We're going to take, again, this in number, and we're going to put it in. We're going to multiply it by 3 and see what comes out. So we're thinking 3 times 3. I can count by my 3s, and I could go 3, 6, 9. I know that 9 is my answer. So 3 times 3, out comes 9. The next example that I have is I'm going to put 7 into my rule and do 7 times 3. And I'm thinking 7 plus 7 plus 7. And I know 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 7 is 21. So 21 comes out. I'm going to continue on with this problem. 2 times 3. And I'm getting my 2 right here. 2, putting it in, multiplying it by 3, and seeing what comes out. So 2 times 3 is 6. But now if you hold up, if you wait a second, we've already got the out. So if we did 2 times 3 to get to 6, if we did the opposite and did 6 divided by 3, we'd get 2. Because if we're going to go in this direction, backwards through our in and out rule table, what we have to do is we have to reverse this rule. So the opposite of multiplication is division. Divide by 3. So if we're going to go in reverse of these arrows, meaning we're starting here with 30 and we're going to find the n, we're going to divide 30 by 3. So we're going to think 30 divide by 3, or I'm thinking 3 times what equals 30. Well, I could see 3 times 4. Well, I could try that. That would give me 12, so that's not close to 30. But I see that this is multiples of 10, so I'm thinking 3 times equals 10. So I've got my 10 recorded there. So I know that if I put 10 in, if I multiply by 3, like my rule says here, 10 times 3 equals 30. So that's how we go in reverse, and we do the opposite of the rule. If the rule was addition, think, what would the opposite be? The opposite of addition would, of course, be subtraction. All right, so let's get, we're back going to the in the correct way. So we've got 4 in. We're going to multiply it by 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And again, we're back here to the opposite. So we've got to think 9. If we're going opposite, we're going in this way. We're going to do the opposite of multiply by 3, which is divide by 3. So 9 divide by 3. Let's do that. I love being able to take and put this into groups here. So I'm going to do the opposite of it. I'm going to take 9 and I'm going to split it equally in 3 groups. If I don't have this memorized, this is a great way to divide it. So 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great. So I've got 3 in each group. And look, that also matches what we had up here. Awesome. Take a moment. You're going to pause the video and copy down what I'm going to show you for problem 3. Go ahead and pause and copy this down. All right. Now we're looking at a problem where it says, I can find and tell the rule of an in and out box. So we've got an in and out table partially filled out, but what we don't know is the rule. So we have to look at the in and the out, and we have to play some guessing. So we have to think, what could we do to the in to get the out? And as I'm looking at 12 to get to 15, I'm thinking right away that it can't be multiplication, because 15 is really close to 12. I also see that 15 is bigger. So I'm thinking right now that my rule is probably going to be addition. And I'm thinking, like, what can I add to 12 to get to 15? So I see 12, 13, 14, 15. So I look, if I add 3, and I'm just going to write that down on the side here. Add 3, because I'm thinking that might be it. Now I just want to check and see if it works here. 24 plus 3. 25, 26, 27. Ooh, let's see if it works. Check with one more in. 32, 33, 34, 35. So it looks like my rule is add 3. Now all I have left to do is finish this table. So since I'm working in reverse order, just like we did on the last problem, I have to do the opposite of add 3 to 48. So if the opposite of addition is subtraction, so I'm going to do 48 minus 3, so I'm going to write that number model here. 48 minus 3. And I know that equals 48, 47, 46, 45, 45. 45, and I'm going to record that number here. I'm going to do the same, 54. Even though my rule is add 3, I'm starting with the out and going in reverse order, see? So I'm going with the out number here. I'm going in reverse order through the in and out box, so I got to do the opposite. So 54 minus 3 is 51. And if you understand what you're doing, go ahead and pause this video and try this last one yourself. Pause now and give it a try. All right, now let's check that work. 93 minus 3 equals 90. All right, take another moment to copy down this table before we get started. All right, so we're looking again at our rule. Our rule is add 20, but we have all the outs. So again, we're going to be going in the opposite way through our in and out table. We're going in reverse order, which means the opposite of addition is subtract. So we're going to subtract 20. So I'm thinking 25 minus 20 equals 5. And I'm just going to subtract big groups of 10. I can see 32 minus 20 would be 12. 47, I'm just going to take 2 tens away from that. That would be 27. I'm going to take 2 tens away from 50. That would be 30. I'm going to take 2 tens from 60. That would be 47. 2 tens from 8 would be 63. So again, we were doing the opposite. Since our rule is to add to get from the in to the out, but we were going in backwards order, so we had to go in reverse and do the opposite of that rule. So now that we're on to the practice problems, if you take a look, you're going to stop the video on page 65, which is here, solve all of these problems, submit the whole page in Seesaw. After you submit the whole page, then you're going to work on math boxes 3-1, and any other work for that matter that's in your math journal. So math journal work. Awesome. Remember, please, please, please follow the procedure on the board. It's there to help you make successful. All right. Good luck. Make sure you come find me if you need some more support. Submit that good picture. Talk to Charlotte if you need to. Signing out. Have fun. Bye.